Okay, hello. Everyone say a nice big hello.
Hello.
So, you guys can be heard, I can be heard. It is now time for Extreme Improv's Revenge of the Werewolf. And this is the 1 year Revengeversary show. 1 year we have been coming to this village. 1 year, unfortunately, every week, someone has been transforming into a wolf, taking people out as a hitman from the mafioso, or ripping through people, as we have had in Revenge of the Mafia and Revenge of the Ripper. But this being the 1 year anniversary show, we are going back old school style, and this is Revenge of the Werewolf. So, in a moment, audience, we are going to meet all of tonight's suspects, and then we will go around and get to know everyone, and during that time, someone will find out, based on a roll of the dice, that they are in fact a werewolf. Now, I will remind all of our suspects that they should just communicate unseen to our audience using the Zoom chat to Jack Wolfenstein. And you'll let me know what your intentions are at various points, if you wish to take out a victim, or if perhaps you wish to protect yourself, because as you will see on the screen, audience members, that we have little bottles around the screen, and they are protection spells. Each of our suspects gets one protection spell, and they can use that during a night phase if the werewolf tries to kill them. Now, unfortunately, with such a limited supply of protection spells, some of the suspects have been known to steal from each other, so it is going to be an evening full of treachery and lack of trust. With this, let's meet all of our suspects, starting with Cecily. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Well, hello, I'm Cecily Rhodes Morgan. I'm far too wealthy and powerful to be a werewolf. That's disgusting. I'm too busy disdaining others and condescending to everyone I know.
Okay, thank you very much. Next up, we need to meet Ella. Say hello to the people, please, Ella.
Oh, I've had a very busy day. Ella, my name's Ella today, and true to my name, that there's no business like show business.
Okay, well, thank you very much there, Ella. Next up, DM1993. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, I'm DM1993, also known as the Unemployed Stormtrooper. I'm here to have a blast. That's a little joke. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much there, DM. Next up, we need to meet D-Bon. So please introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, I am Debonair. It is pronounced Debonair. And I am from France. And I'm here, and I am not a murderer. I would not kill anyone.
Okay, fantastic. And with that, we will now come to Vlad. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, everyone. Did you miss me? I don't think you did, because, I usually kill people. I'm also far too wealthy and far too civilized to be a werewolf, but I am a vampire, so I would kill you if I had the chance.
Okay.
Hi, it's my 250th birthday.
Fantastic! It is a night of anniversaries. Next up, Charlie. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Konnichiwa, I am Sensei Charlie. I only teach defense, and I try to teach my students resolution before they kick somebody's butt.
Okay, thank you very much there, Charlie. And lastly tonight, we must be meeting Lawn Mowers. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, I am Lawn Mowers. I am from Scotland, and I am not a werewolf, though I have been described as a bear.
Okay, fascinating stuff. So, audience, you have now met all of our suspects. None of them currently are werewolves. But in a moment, we are going to have a 1-minute getting to know each other phase. During this, they'll be able to feel each other out, get a sense of who they do or do not trust amongst the group, and see if any of them, perhaps, they suspect to be wolves. So with this, 1 minute on the clock, and during this time, audience, keep a close eye on them because they will receive the news that they are, in fact, a werewolf. 1 minute begins now.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. It is good to see everyone. Hello.
So, Cecily, if I said that right, how'd you get your money?
Bootlegging, profiteering, steel baroning, all the old classics.
Okay.
Stormtrooper. I am also indeed a Dark Lord, and I am looking for henchmen.
Okay, so go to miscellaneousbadguysidekicks.com, and you'll find a few over there. I'm pretty sure there's maybe a few of them wanting to work for you. Not me though.
Why? Why would you not want to work for me? Am I not cool enough to be Darth Vader?
I have better things to do. I have.
Okay, that is the end of this getting to know each other period. Now, audience, I hope you were paying close attention to everyone. Someone during this received the news that they are, in fact, the wolf. Suspects, were you paying close attention to everyone else? Did you see a glimmer in someone's eye? Did you see that someone perhaps had a change in demeanour as they received the news that they would be transforming into a wolf and be hungry for the flesh and blood of everyone else? So, audience, throughout tonight's proceedings, feel free to ask any questions to any of our suspects, and we will put them to them. But for now, We're going to go old school style, and we're going to go to the night phase. During the night phase, audience, part of your view will be blocked, and so you won't be able to see everyone, but everyone else will have 1 minute to let me know their intentions. During the night, here are your options. If you are the werewolf, you can either write into the Zoom chat just to me the name of a victim of one of the other suspects who you wish to take out, or you can choose to steal by writing steal and the name of a person you wish to steal and deprive their protection spell from. Now, if you are just an ordinary villager, you have 3 options. You can write protect me, in which you will use your protection spell. You can write steal and the name of the person you wish to steal from, or you can do nothing and hope that the wolf does not come knocking at your door. With this, 1 minute is now on the clock, and it is now the night phase. So let me know your intentions now, everyone. Let me know your intentions.
Like a Bloody Mary, please.
Oh my gosh, me too. Absolutely.
Is that the one
Don't
with
let wolf inside, boy.
tomatoes? I grow tomatoes, you know.
Do you know what? I need the Cosmo. I need the Cosmo in my hand, in a glass, and a copy of Cosmopolitan.
I don't grow them.
I only drink wine.
Oh, yes. While you're there, can you give me a glass of red wine? I've had a very tough day.
Who are we getting drinks from?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like some kombucha tea.
I can grow stuff that can be turned into drinks, but it will take some time.
I thought the Wolfenstein boy was taking our order.
Is he picking up the tab?
Well, he is the mayor, so I would assume, yeah.
I do hope so, because I am recently unemployed, so I have very little money.
Maybe Cecily can pitch in and get some drinks as well.
Oh, I'd love to, but unfortunately I'm concentrating my wealth on myself at the moment.
Yeah.
What about you,
Lawnmower,
Dean?
you can work for me. I have plenty of jobs.
Okay, that is time. That is time, and wow, it is quite an interesting turn of events that we have had here. With a roll of the dice, I do have a split decision that I need to make on one thing, and unfortunately, I must now reveal Charlie. You are a thief. Charlie, you have been caught stealing, and for that you will have a punishment. For the remainder of this day, you are cursed, and every time you speak, you are going to have to speak in single-syllable words. If you attempt to break this curse at any point, you will be cursed with silence. Do you understand, Charlie?
Yes, Dave.
Okay. So, with this, we definitely had some thievery here this evening, but I'm pleased to say that is all we have had, because you are all still alive. Rumours that this anniversary was going to bring a werewolf back into the village. Hogwash. There is no werewolf, clearly. Everyone is still alive. But, as the last year has taught us, we need to be careful, and we need to make sure that we set a good standard so no wolves, no mafioso, no rippers, anyone would dare try to step up and try to kill. So as such, if we suspect that we think anyone is a werewolf, we're going to execute them for good measure. So with this, we're going to go around and everyone will get to ask one other suspect any question they like, as we try to figure out if we think anyone here is a werewolf. Ella, you get to ask the first question. Who would you like to ask it to, please?
Thank you, Jack. Lawn mowers. How did you recently become unemployed?
Well, I used to work in a garden centre, but my employers felt that my way of growing plants was, shall we say, unorthodox. So we came to a mutual understanding and I left the company.
Okay. Charlie, Zen, who is your question for, please?
For L,
Yeah.
where are you from?
Who's that to?
2.
You, L.
Oh, sorry. Where am I from? Well, I'm from good old London.
Okay. Vlad, who is your question to, please?
My question is to you, my good friend.
For me?
Yes. Where is my Bloody Mary?
Well, I don't know, but if I see her, I'll tell her you asked. Debonair, who do you have a question for, please?
Thank you. I have a question for Cicely.
Yeah.
I noticed you, much like me, like to smoke these cigarettes. So, what do you like to smoke, Cicely?
Gauloise, Gitanes. I'm very taken with French tobacco.
Okay. DM1993, who is your question for? As we try to find out who is the wolf, I will remind our suspects, who I don't think they are taking this potential threat seriously.
I can promise you this question is very important. You will absolutely respect this. DB or Devon,
Wow.
what the hell is going on with your accent?
I don't know what you are talking about. I am French.
Okay. Lawn Mowers, who is your question for?
Yes, my question is for Vlad. So, Vlad, you offered me a job. What sort of job do you think it will be, and what is the rate of pay?
First of all, my pay would be immortality. Your pension plan would be also be immortality. But, well, after you somehow encounter a monster hunter, then there are some very harsh drawbacks. But other than that, your job would be to mow my lawns and also keep good care of my collections and also bring me my victims.
Interesting.
Okay. Audience, you've sent in some questions. We'll get to those presently, but I'll remind you to continue to ask questions to any of our suspects throughout the show. Cecily, who is your question for?
Debonair. Is that blood on your shirt, or are you a certified master sommelier?
Debonair, that was for.
I'm shocked by your question because it would be so obvious.
Okay.
I will not answer that.
Yes, that was not computer lag, that was Debonair lagging in real life. But with this, we will now go over to the audience who've got a couple of questions. Lorne, what is the origin of the quote, "That'll do donkey," asks Commander Jimmy Mac on YouTube?
I believe that quote is from a movie written by a bunch of Americans who perhaps have never visited Scotland.
Okay. Sounds like something a Canadian actor may say, but yeah. Right. With this, though, Debon, I must ask you a question. How many mustache puns can you come up with in 60 seconds? 6. That's a definite 6 that we're seeing there. But, oh, yeah. There.
Now I am just throwing gang signs.
Gang signs, okay. Vlad, the vampire is back. Do you have a response to that?
Of course I am. I'm back, and my response would be something that I do not like to repeat, but in the words of Hannah McGowan and also Hotel Transylvania, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, fantastic. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, we'll save that one for later. That doesn't need to be said now. But with this, we are now going to have an interaction, a little secret corner where two of you will be able to discuss what you suspect so far. Rolling a dice, I can see that that is going to be between Lorne, and that is going to be between Debonair. Lorne and Debonair. You will have 60 seconds on the clock. So discuss what you have gained from this so far in the hunt for the werewolf. Begin.
I do not believe, Lorne, you are the wolf. I want you to know I don't, because you have so much facial hair. Only stupid person would have that much facial hair and also be a wolf?
Okay.
Obviously, logical.
It's something, I'm not sure if it's logical. Speaking of facial hair, that's a choice on your lips. Not a question, it's just a statement.
That is why I did not answer your questions. I licked my lips.
I'm not sure that was the appropriate response. Now, are you jealous of my facial hair? Because I see that your facial hair is
I
what
don't know why you would say
two
anything
blocks.
like that. I would never be jealous of another man. That is not the French way.
Okay, and that is the end of this period of interaction. There will now be one final period of open discussion, 60 seconds on the clock. This is your last chance to discuss who you think the werewolf may be before we put things to the vote. Begin.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yes. So, I'm not sure. I don't think we have any good suspects. So, who do you just want to kill for fun?
For fun?
We don't kill people for fun.
I vote one of the unemployed people.
Well, as of 2 minutes ago, I am no longer one of those people, as I have accepted Vlad's job offer.
Oh my god, I'm so happy that I finally have someone in my cast.
Yes.
So
So,
that counts as
you're-
gainful employment.
No, wait, I die because I'm unemployed.
Yes.
Where will Lorne sleep, lads? Like in the castle or like somewhere else?
There are many rooms. He can sleep wherever he wants, where there's no one of my wives is there. I think that would be a problem. But other than that,
in a
he can sleep
bed.
anywhere.
In a bed? You've not said in a bed yet. Please say in a bed.
No, we do have coffins. I can tell you they are pretty comfortable than a bed.
I suppose that's just a bed with a lid.
Just
Wasn't it-
know, just know this: the one who is a wolf hides the tail.
Okay, and
Tails?
that is the end of your period of open discussion. Look, I don't think we've been taking this seriously enough, so we're going to have to show drastic action if we are going to catch who we think is the wolf. Audience, it is now voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you think is the wolf? We will go round everyone and everyone will have the chance to vote. And then after that, we will put someone to execution. So, Ella, please say, who do you think is the werewolf?
Oh, well, I think it could be Vlad.
Okay, that is a vote for Vlad. Okay, with this, Debonair, who do you think is the werewolf, please?
I am kind of afraid it might be me, but if I had to guess, I would say the rich one over there. I never liked the aristocrats from America in the 1920s.
Who is your vote for? I need a name.
Sicily.
Okay, we must have clarity here. DM1993, who would you vote for?
I would also like to go for Vlad.
You'll vote for Vlad. Okay. With this, Vlad, who do you suspect is the wolf at this stage?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's that helmet guy.
Who?
The helmet one.
Okay, I'm
The
going to
one.
remind everyone you must give the name. We cannot have anyone mistaken being...
DM1993.
Yes, certainly.
Ah.
Charlie Zen, who would you vote for?
Cecily.
I beg your pardon?
Cecily.
Oh, unfortunately, Charlie, you were not supposed to say anything more than one syllable, so you will now be muted. If you attempt to break this being muted at any point before the next day, then you'll suffer a punishment. So with this, Cecily, who do you vote for?
Oh, maybe that DM 1993.
Okay, DM 1993 it is. Lawn mowers. Who do you think it is, please?
In the hope that I might get the castle, I think it may be Vlad.
Okay, that is a
You
vote
told your
for
master.
Vlad. Having a look at the votes currently, then we have 2 against Cecily, 2 against DM 1993, and 3 against Vlad. Vlad, you will be put to execution unless the audience should do a vote which ties things and saves you. So with this, we have now, just as a reminder for our audience, the votes from the audience, you are just observers. You do not have as much to lose as everyone else here. So we will go with the majority of your votes to equal one of the suspects' votes. And we have here votes for DB, which I'm going to interpret as Debonair, DM 1993, Cecily, Ella, 1 vote so far for all of those. Debonair is the werewolf. I just saw a glimmer. That's 2 for Debonair. That's from Jimmy Mac saying that. Cecily gets a 2nd vote. Cecily gets a 3rd vote. Ella, Cecily, Vlad, Cecily, or it says Cecile, but Cecily, that means you have got the most votes there. So that means we have a tie-break situation between Cecily and Vlad. Now, as we do not have any victims to break this tie from beyond the grave, I think we're going to have to go Ripper style and play Russian roulette. So, with this, the way it works, I am going to grab some cards here, and let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, here you can see I have got 8 cards. I will show you they're random cards, but among them we have a joker. I'm going to shuffle these cards, and then you will say to draw them, and what you do not want is to find the joker. With every time you draw a card that is not the joker, you will hear a click, and that is an empty chamber. If you draw the joker, you will hear a loud bang. Now, Cecily, as you are first on the list of suspects, you get to draw first. Could you please give me a number from 1 to 8?
2.
1, 2. Click. You are safe for now. Vlad, there are 7 cards remaining. Please tell me a number.
1.
1. Click. You are safe as well. Cecily, 6 cards remain.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3. Click. And you are safe. Vlad, 5 cards remain.
1.
1. Click. You're still safe. Only 4 cards remain. Cecily.
3.
1, 2, bang! And with that, Cecily, you have shot yourself. Now, Cecily, from beyond the grave, using my psychic ability, you can come back. I have psychic ability.
No,
Do not worry. There is in the Ripper era, we once or twice did permanent death, but you're still with us. Cecily, from beyond the grave, we must check with you. Are you the werewolf? She is frozen.
The cold werewolf.
Wow, my psychic ability is fading. Cecily, can you hear us? I can reveal Cecily was not the werewolf. Hopefully, my psychic ability, I haven't used it in a couple of weeks. Hopefully it will come back. Cecily was not the werewolf, and Cecily is now dead. So, with this, Cecily, if you are able to hear us, you will still be able to perhaps go in the hunt for who your, who the werewolf was that led to you being wrongfully accused and ended up shooting yourself. So you can get vengeance here. But with this, we will once again go into the night phase. During this time, everyone, let me know your intentions. If you are the wolf, I need the name of a victim. If you are not the wolf, let me know if you wish to steal or protect yourself. Remember, if you steal, there is a chance you will be caught. And looking at the screen, there are only 3 protection spells left in the town. 1 minute on the clock. Night phase begins. Feel free to give me any thoughts you have as well if you're starting to think I've got an idea.
Dubonnet, you seem quite keen to get rid of Cecily, and now she's off this Zoom.
Okay. There's
Debonair has lag again.
Debonair has lag in real life. Cecily, like my psychic, I will try to do what I can with my psychic ability to try to bring everyone back to the land of the living.
I can still, perform a ritual and bring the dead from the living.
Yeah, we'll try it then. Try it.
Is
I'm
that
going to need to
in
roll
the
the
form
dice
of
there.
podium? Or is that a
Sorry?
song? What's this incarnation you have to do? Is it like a poem?
Well, first she needs to be on Zoom. Zoom is very good importance. And the next is I would need a Bloody Mary.
Okay.
Okay, with that is time, and I have some news to share. Audience, take a look at everyone's faces. They didn't believe me, but I was right. I can confirm that there has been a werewolf attack, and I have found the body of a victim. First of all, though, I must just confirm for everyone that I'm very, very sorry to say, DM, you are a thief! DM, you are a thief. You have been caught stealing, and for this, you will be punished. There was going to be a curse on you, and for the remainder of this day, every time you communicate, it must be in questions only. Do you understand?
Why is it always me?
I don't know. I don't know. But with this, we don't have too long to dwell on such matters, as I can reveal. Lorne, you are dead. Lorne, you are dead. Some werewolf
A warm welcome.
killed you in the night. But using my psychic ability, did you see anything? Do you have an idea of who you suspect may have killed you?
I suspect Ella.
You suspect Ella. Interesting.
The
Now,
hell?
audience.
They look shifty.
Audience, continue to ask the villagers questions throughout the show, and we will put them to them. But first of all, we will now have a 2-minute period of open conversation. Use this time to think back of good times with Lorne, mourn the loss. Lorne, you can try to get a sense of who you think may have killed you, and everyone else, try to hunt down who the werewolf is. 2 minutes on the clock, open conversation, begin.
Lord, why didn't you sleep in your coffin? I told you if you sleep in your coffin, you'll be protected.
The lid was too heavy to close.
You could have asked me, I could have come and helped you.
I wasn't sure of our relationship.
Well, I knew it was, hurtful that you voted for me, but, I'm immortal. So even
What
if you
kind
kill
of
me, I'll just come
relationship
back.
was this?
Yeah.
I was hoping for a friendship. I was very lonely in my last job. Perhaps that's why they let me go.
Was it
I was strictly looking for an ego Dracula relationship.
Was it like a special kind of friendship that you had?
He'll just do everything I say.
Yes, that suits me.
Do I see a wedding ring on Lorne?
Would you like to get married? I would get someone for you.
I'm not sure if you can marry a dead person.
No, I can get. No, you can't marry me. I'm already committed with 3 women already, so and it's a bit much. 4 would be a bit much for me.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were getting married.
But I can get them. I can get you Bloody Mary. I was, to make it last for me, but I can get you Bloody Mary. She's quite beautiful.
Do you think we're in the middle of another spat?
So,
I'm
Vlad.
dead and I'm not married, so it's a great day for me.
So, Vlad, would you consider yourself polyamorous?
What the heck is that?
You're basically in a relationship with more than one person.
Yeah, I am.
The heart wants what it wants.
I
Was
have
it?
no heart, so yeah. DM, you should have accepted my job offer, you know. You should have accepted my job offer. Now
Okay, that is time. As I was investigating around everywhere, I heard all kinds of like personal questions being asked. People are polyamorous, people getting job offers. I don't know what's going on. There has been a murder. Like, we have got 2 of our village now dead. Cecily is so dead that I cannot even connect with her using my psychic ability. Lorne is still, well, he is now under the lawn. But with this, we need to figure out who the killer is. We have had some questions from our audience, which I'll now put to you. Lorne, will you be haunting anyone in the village?
Well, I was under the understanding that Vlad and I were exclusive, so I perhaps will be haunting Vlad the next time they are with one of their other friends.
No.
Yeah, there are tons of big
Completely
ghosts here.
understand.
You are very welcome to.
Okay. Debonair, who's your favourite Doctor Who Doctor and why? Asks Jimmy Mack on YouTube.
I would say anyone from the 1st to the 12th Doctor is good, but I like Doctor number 4 the best from the 7D.
Okay, well there we go.
I'm
Vlad,
here.
Vlad, how do you
Yes.
feel? Oh my god, how do you feel about Gary Oldman's portrayal of you?
It was good. I still prefer Dracula untold. You know, I did have a 6-pack. I just, you know, had too much costumes on. So I did like that, you know, John told the story of how I was, you know, betrayed and how I had to protect my people. So I became a monster just to protect my people. Gary Oldman has
Yeah,
that,
you're a
but,
monster.
you know, I still prefer Luke Evans.
Okay, Charlie. How does it feel to be the last remaining female in the village?
I'm a bit scared.
You don't have to be in single syllable words anymore. Did you realise this?
Oh no, I didn't. Trying to free me up from my depression. I'm a bit scared, but I think the wolf wants a man.
Okay. With this, let's see what else we've got. Lawnmower. Which is your favourite movie? Oh God, these questions tonight. Lawnmower Man or Lawnmower Man 2. Job on the Move.
I'm actually a bit offended by those questions.
Me too.
I don't appreciate the puns with my name. It is a family name, and I find it very offensive, and I think they should be banned.
Well, I would do that, but we're desperate for the audience. So, on this note, let's have a look. Russian Roulette is back. Yeah, absolutely. Ella, do you have an umber?
An umber?
Figure it out. Ella, no, okay. Yeah, I know. I've got to just give the questions we've got. No one is trying to take down a werewolf here tonight. Audience, you need to get more. You do. Good to know. Good to know. So, with this, there will be one final interaction before we put things to a vote. Rolling a dice, I can see that it will be between Vlad and it will be between Debonair. Debonair and Vlad. So, let's put you on Spotlight, Vlad. Let's put you on Spotlight, Debonair. And you will have... Oh, hang on, Debonair, you did it last time, weren't you? You can stay here, but let's put someone else into the mix as well. And we will also have DM. You will have 1 minute to discuss what you have learned. Try to track down who you think is the wolf. Begin.
We have not learned a thing. I do not know a lick of anything about anybody being a murderer.
How do you propose we catch them?
But, Charlie did reveal, the murderer could be looking for a man. So that gives us two options.
What are they?
It could be Ella, or it could be Charlie.
Do you even know what I am under here?
I can tell by the smell and the voice.
I assumed non-binary?
Oh, but then that gives us the three options?
Isn't he a clone?
Isn't that offensive?
But I thought you were a clone. I mean, that is a racialist term?
No, he's
By
not a
being
clone.
a racialist?
Don, the clones are very good. The stormtroopers are very bad. He's a stormtrooper.
Okay, that is time. I'm not sure you've got any closer to figuring out who you think the werewolf is. But with this audience, I can say that I feel that my psychic ability is returning. And Cecily, like, can we hear you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I'm back.
You're coming back to us. Right, it's so good just to hear your voice again. Come back to us whenever you feel you can. But for now, audience, it is voting time. Vote. Oh, I love it. Vote now and save us. It is now voting time. Who do you think is the werewolf? Cecily, I don't think I'm going to bring you back from the dead with my psychic ability, but we have you back here. Lorne, also slightly fading, but the black and white effect is very effective. They are both dead. We are going to take someone else out now. Hopefully it will be someone who is a werewolf. So we will go around. The living get to vote. The dead, if there is a tiebreak situation, you will have your chance for revenge. Debonair, I will come to you first. Who do you think is the werewolf?
What I think? Truly, I think that Dracula is a fake, and he is actually a werewolf, and not actually Dracula. And
How dare you?
It as a means to fool everybody. So it is a Vlad.
Okay, that is a vote for Vlad. DM 1993, who do you think is the werewolf, please?
Am I allowed to vote for Vlad?
Yes, you are. You can vote for Vlad. Thank you very much there. Vlad, what do you think?
I would use my great technique again. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, this time it's Debonair.
Okay, that is a vote for Debonair. So, with that, Charlie, who is your vote for, please?
I don't like to disparage, but I think it's Debonair. I see heads of puppets on the walls, so there may be violence within his soul.
Okay. Ella, who do you vote for, please?
Well, after it was announced that lawnmowers had died and Cecily, he got on with Cecily, I feel like it's Debonair.
Debonair. Interesting. Jumping
You're all
on a
very
bandwagon or genuine thought? Either way, looking at the votes, Debonair currently has 3 votes, Vlad has 2. We will see what the audience say, but then we may come to our previous victims to break a tie if they should require it. But with this, we have audience votes for Debonair, Ella, DM 1993, Vlad, and Ella. So, Ella, the audience firmly seem to have spotted something in you that they suspect. However, that only equals to 1 suspect vote. So, Ella, with 1 vote, it is not as much as Debonair. Debonair, you have been marked for death. I will now ask for a volunteer to take them out. Now, I think DM 1993, you will take on this burden here. Let's bring you into the side execution room, and Debonair, you will come in as well. Now, DM 1993, you have the opportunity to get yourself, for taking on this burden, you can earn yourself a bonus protection spell. Now, I will roll a dice and you get to call odds or evens. If you get it correct, you get a bonus protection spell. DM 1993, odds or evens.
Can I use evens?
Sorry, say that again?
Can I use evens?
Yes, you can. And it is evens, so congratulations, DM1993, you've got yourself an extra protection spell. But now, Debonair, let me explain how things work to you. There will be 30 seconds on the clock. During this time, you can try to convince DM1993 not to execute you. There is precedent for this having worked in the past. However, if you do not feel you can convince DM1993 to not execute you, you have a couple of choices. You can either call to protect yourself if you have a protection spell available, or if not, you can call to grab an axe, and you will grab one of the 2 axes available, and you will then have a 1 in 8 chance at turning the axe back on your would-be attacker. Either way, the floor is now yours. 30 seconds on the clock. Begin.
I want to start off by saying that I don't believe you can kill anybody. You can't even find a job. So killing someone, I don't think is something you can do. That being said, I want you to know that
10 seconds left.
A protection spell.
You want to use a protection spell, Debonair? I can confirm.
Yes, I'm going to use that.
1 second, let me just double check this.
Someone may have stolen mine.
I'm just making sure that they haven't. I believe you had yours. Yes, you are fine. You have successfully protected yourself. And with that, everyone who was alive is still alive. Now, is this good news or is this bad news? Did we just get by with the skin of our teeth by not killing an innocent Debonair? Or was Debonair a wolf in disguise who we have just allowed to get away scot-free? Either way, we are now going to go back into the night phase. Let me know your intentions. 1 minute on the clock. Begin. So, ciao.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Vlad.
Yeah, that was not. That was going to steal from another DM. You know, the one that comes behind.
Okay, audience, if you just heard any of that, it may be that one of our suspects sent a message to the wrong person. Maybe revealing that they are or are not the werewolf, or maybe this was a tactic to try to divert suspicion. It has happened every way imaginable over the last 1 year that we have been doing Extreme Improv Revenge of the Werewolf.
I don't think it was a mistake.
Well, that is
I
up
can
to
tell-
you.
I know when Vlad is lying. He starts giggling.
Well, I know when Vlad is lying, it's when his mouth moves, but still. With this...
I've got a listening back song.
Right, with this, 1 minute on the clock is now gone. And let's check the results here. Let's check the results. And, okay. Okay, so with this... Wow! Maybe our actions have frightened off the wolf. We were going to kill Debonair. He was able to protect himself. And with that, maybe the wolf saw that we are serious. But I can say that everyone is still alive. Everyone is still alive. With this, we'll go round and everyone will get the chance to ask each other one other question as we try to hunt down the wolf. Lorne, who is your question for from Beyond the Grave?
My question is for Ella.
Hello.
Yes, hello. You seem to be a very upbeat and positive person, even though there's been 2 deaths. Are you some sort of psychopath?
Oh no, honey, I'm a drag queen. I've got to lip sync for my life. I mean, the only wolf that I know is Michelle Visage.
Okay.
And do you think you are at the moment?
No.
Lorne, I will remind you, you can ask one question. Just one at
He
this
did it twice,
stage.
though.
You are the moment.
Okay. Cecily from Beyond the Grave, who is your question to?
Vlad, I noticed you'd mentioned eternal life. Is it too late to take you up on that?
No, there's still a way, but I would need a Bloody Mary.
I could work on that.
Okay. Now, DM 1993, who is your question to, please?
My question is for Ella.
Hello.
Why are you wearing a towel on your head? Have you just got out of the shower?
Yeah, so basically I just finished my runway, and Bruce said I was safe, and it's a very long day in production, so I just got out the shower, and then I was called to do this Zoom meeting.
Okay. With that, Debonair, who is your question to?
I would like to ask a question of Vlad.
Yes.
When you do kill, as you are probably the only person on this dais that we know kills, that we know for a fact, do you enjoy it? Do you like to sneak up on them? Do you like to let them know it's coming?
No, I would like to let them know it's coming. They're always too stupid to understand, so it's much more fun that way.
Okay. With that, Vlad, who is your question for?
To the mafioso, debonair. Do you have you lost your touch?
I am always touching things. I am touching things now. I never lost my touch.
Okay. Charlie, who is your question for, please?
My question is for DM. DM, as a soldier, how does your soul reconcile killing others?
I haven't killed anyone in quite a long time. Like with the Death Star blowing up, that's how I became unemployed. So I live myself by doing charity work. I build houses, and I do a lot of work to make up for things, and I make fur coats out of Ewoks.
Okay, thank you very much there. Ella, who is your question for?
My question is for DM. What did Vlad send you in the Zoom chat?
It was a picture of his face photoshopped onto a six-pack body.
Okay, just checking here. Debonair, did you ask a question this round?
I did ask a
thought
question.
you had.
It was very long-winded.
I do remember. I tuned out. Did anyone not ask a question here? Because now what we will do is go over to the audience questions. DM 1993, under your helmet, is there a granny that's having a bad hair day?
Was that from a son by any chance?
It was not. That was Blondie Einstein on YouTube that asked that.
God. Damn it.
That's not a no.
It's not a no. It's not a no. Yes, I do agree there, Lorne. Also, DM 1993. You talk the talk, but do you e-walk the walk?
All these puns.
No.
I'm glad I wore a corset today because my sides are splitting.
Yes.
Okay, can I borrow one, please, DM? A corset.
Okay, well, hang on. There's lots of questions for DM. Everyone will get their turn because the next one is also for DM. Sleppy Giuseppe on YouTube says, DM, how does it feel to live up to the stereotype of missing your shot?
Oh!
Okay. First up, you try shooting something and not being able to see a lot. And besides, they're warning shots.
Okay. Moving away from DM for just a moment. Debonair, do you get offended when every morning Belle sings a song about how she wants much more in this provincial life?
I do know she is talking about Gaston. I know Gaston, and I think I'll say yes.
Okay.
Eggs are
Cecily.
too expensive.
Yeah, Cecily.
Yes.
From Beyond the Grave, if you can answer this for us. Having been able to move around more freely as a ghost, is there anyone here you do not trust?
I would say Debonair, in that he asked me what my favorite cigarettes were. I named 2 well-known French brands, and he seemed entirely unfamiliar.
He's in German, this guy.
Oh, I know those brands. They are crap.
Okay. With this, there will be one final interaction. We will roll the dice to find out who it will be between. And in fact, this will be between Lorne and it will be between... Oh, Cecily! So the dead will be able to have a conflab to try to figure out what they think is going on themselves. And with this, 1 minute on the clock, work out who the werewolf is.
Who do you think killed you?
Well, I know it was a sad occasion.
I personally think it was either one of the unemployed people, I guess that's only DM now, or that Debonair. I don't like his face.
I don't like his face either. Yes.
Yes, yeah. That Vlad seems very upstanding to me.
Yeah, I did have a suspicion, but I do think I'm wrong. I think he was actually a very nice man who treated me kindly.
Very good.
I hope I can speak to him again to let him know how I feel.
What about that peacenik, that Bolshevik type karate something instructor?
They seem too peaceful. if you know
Very
what I
peaceful.
mean.
Suspiciously so, I think.
Yeah, like very
Miss
little could disturb them, like killing us.
And also, what does RuPaul's Drag Race have to do with werewolves?
Well, Ella is a drag queen, and I believe they're living the fantasy of being on that very show, but I've seen those moves.
Okay, that is
Yeah,
time.
practicing.
That is time. So with that, hopefully the no longer living, that you've been able to figure things out a little bit more. If anyone else was observing, maybe that gave you some clues or hints. But audience, it is now once again voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you think the werewolf is? Once again, we will go around everyone. But oh, wait a second. I'm getting a little bit worried here. So what I'm going to do to make things different is, audience, you can still vote and we will use this. But first, I'm going to tell everyone you will have 1 more minute because I would like you to come to a unanimous decision. A unanimous decision of who you would like to execute. If you cannot come to a unanimous decision, then a dice will be rolled and someone who is not the wolf will be put for execution. So, with this 1 minute on the clock, audience vote, and we will use this before we ask them for their final decision. Begin.
I have a sneaky suspicion that it might be Ella.
Me? What have I done?
You're alive.
So are you, Vlad. You're meant to be a vampire.
No, I know. No, I'm dead. I'm just dead.
Although
This is a different thing.
I could move it to Vlad.
If you do it, I know you're doing it out of spite. That message I sent you?
Also, I feel like Charlie has been very, very quiet.
But Debonair has also been very quiet.
I just don't have much to say to stupid people.
I'm a peace-seeking person. It's so hard for me to believe that anybody is really a werewolf and killer.
But
someone
do you
is,
unleash the beast when it times to kick butt?
Please never say that again.
Ever.
I mean, if I had to pick somebody, unfortunately, it would be Vlad, because you have a history.
It's not Vlad.
It's not Vlad.
I don't think it's Vlad.
I think it's Dubon.
I am going to rush you to come to a decision. You will have about 15 more seconds. I will let you know what the audience are thinking, but then you must make a decision.
I would say Dubois for me.
Dubois.
Who's the what?
Oh, Devon.
Wow, okay, so with this, I will tell you what the audience are thinking, but then I will come to you to make a final decision. The audience currently are thinking Vlad, Debonair, Vlad, DM, Ella, Charlie. Votes may continue to come through. As always, audience, I'll say to get the votes in quickly. But in this instance, just to try to make everyone focus their attention, we need a unanimous decision. Do we have a unanimous decision in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Ella, who are you saying?
We are saying Debonair.
Does anyone wish to dispute that?
Not even Debonair.
Not even Debonair. So with this, Debonair, you have been marked for death. So once again, we are going to ask for a volunteer. Vlad, you can take it. You will have the opportunity to get a bonus protection spell, but Debonair, you know the drill by now. You will have 30 seconds on the clock, in which case you will have the opportunity to try to convince Vlad not to execute you. If you cannot do it, you can either call to protect yourself if you have a protection spell available, or you can call to grab an axe, and then you will have a 1 in 8 chance of turning the axe back on Vlad. With this, 30 seconds on the clock. Begin.
Here I am again, trying to save myself. And
Yes,
you
you
are the
are.
only person here. If you really wanted to kill me, you would suck my blood.
Yes, and I haven't eaten in a while.
No, you're not going to, and that is not what you are trying to do. So you are not.
Yes,
going
I am. I need to perform a blood ritual. I need to bring back a friend.
I want to use an axe right now.
You're calling to grab an axe. You are calling to grab an axe. So with this, we are taking away one of the axes. Debonair, I will roll this dice. If you call the correct number from... Oh, not that dice. This dice. If you call the correct number from 1 to 8, then you will turn the axe back on Vlad. So, can I ask you for a number, please?
6.
It is a 3. Vlad, please continue the execution.
I don't think you can.
Okay, with that, Debonair, you are now executed. So, with this, using my psychic ability, from beyond the grave, I will ask you, Debonair, are you the werewolf?
I am not done bleeding yet from his bite. I am not the werewolf.
Not the werewolf. Not the werewolf. Debonair was not the werewolf. Debonair executed at the hands of us. Cecily executed, unfortunately, at her own hand. Lorne, the only one to have been killed by the wolf. Now, villagers, it would seem that we have...
Wait, I did not get my chance to get the protection spell.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Vlad, with this, odds or evens?
Evens.
Wrong.
It's correct, actually. Vlad, you've got a protection spell for that, for your efforts. I do apologise. But, as I was saying, is it that we have an incompetent wolf? Is the wolf stealing? What's going on? This is up to you to figure out. But currently, more people are dead at the hands of the villagers than at the hands of the wolf. Those protection spells will run out eventually, and with this, it is now the night phase. You have 1 minute, let me know your bidding, and watch out, there's a wolf about.
So, I think I have enough blood. In like half an hour or so, I will be able to bring you back to life.
Okay, so there is about 40 seconds left of the night phase. Let me know your intention. But with this, let me see. Oh dear. What an interesting turn of events this is. So
Don't
with
steal
just
from me, DM.
20 seconds
I
to
end
go.
it fair and square.
It's so difficult to know who did it because a wolf lives within all of us.
Not me. A bat maybe, but not a wolf.
Okay. With
Oh,
that,
me
that
either.
is now the end of the night phase, and I have some news to reveal. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this, Ella,
What?
you're a thief. You
Christ
are a
alive.
thief. You are a thief, and now for the remainder of this day, every time you communicate, you are going to have to do so through the medium of song. Do you understand?
Yes.
I don't think you understood. Right, but unfortunately, jokes aside, Ella is also dead. So, Ella,
This.
thief, should have stayed in your home, locked yourself up, nice and safe. Instead, you were trying to steal from someone else, and on your way back, you got by a werewolf. Ella is now dead. Ella is dead. And, of course, Debonair dead, Cecily dead, Lorne dead. Only remaining living villagers, Charlie, Vlad, and DM 1993.
I'm also undead, just to be clear.
Well, yeah, but not in the same sense. Don't confuse the audience, Vlad. Right, so, with this, there will now be 90 seconds of open discussion. We've got to be serious, we've got to be focused. The wolf is close, the wolf is among us. Work out who is the wolf. Avenge the dead, save the living. Begin.
Now I know. Now I know.
I'm a bit confused. Didn't the sensei get caught while she was stealing and someone
Yeah.
died?
Yeah, well...
I
No,
didn't.
because the person who died when she was with her, well, they played Russian roulette with you, and the person playing Russian roulette died.
Okay. So yeah. She
I would say names, but I can't see them.
Try. Give it a try.
I've
Okay.
always-
40 seconds have gone. Not many people are discussing who they think the wolf is.
I think it's Jack.
Who?
I will remind our audience to try to not confuse them that facilitating this, it is not possible for me to be the werewolf. Over the course of
Is
1
it
year,
though? Is it?
Is it?
I have never been the werewolf. So,
I'm
you-
beginning to think it's Vlad.
And two.
He has so much hair on him. It wouldn't be much of a stretch to jump to the wolf face.
I'm with you there, Charlie.
Well, if you are with me on the head part, that might be another thing. But if you are trying to kill me, I know you are the werewolf because you know for definite fact that I'm not the wolf.
Do I?
Okay, that is the end of this period of open discussion. We will have one final interaction before once again we put things to the vote. And on this, Ella, you will grace us with your presence. And we also have Charlie. Ella and Charlie, you will be in the spotlight where you will have 1 minute to discuss what clues you have found to who you think the wolf will be. Begin.
What do you think of Vlad?
I think he has a lot of hair, and I'm telling you, the hair. Of course, I can't see under DM's helmet. Maybe he's very hairy too and hiding it. So, what do you think about DM being it?
I don't know DM that well, but he is a stormtrooper and they are very evil, but my gut instinct says it's Vlad.
It's tough because, the stormtrooper lives in space, and he said he was doing building work, and Habitat Humanity is on Earth. So I'm not sure he's really telling the truth. do you think about that?
Okay, that is the end of this period of interaction with this. Once again, it is now voting time. Audience, vote now and save us. You will see DM, Vlad, and Charlie are the only people remaining alive. DM, Vlad, and Charlie. One of them is a werewolf. Let's try to track them down and catch them now. We will go around and the living will get to vote. And if we cannot come to a decision, then the dead will be able to split the decision for us. Vlad, who do you think is the werewolf, please?
Can I vote after they vote?
No, I will come to you in the order that I have.
Oh my god. Well, if DM thinks that I am the one, then that really means that he is the one, because he knows that I'm not the one. But, I have to choose. You know what? Let's go with my gut instinct. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And this time it's, DM.
Okay, that is a vote for DM. Charlie, who do you think is the werewolf?
Boy, it's tough. I mean, I usually never trust somebody hiding behind a mask, but I've got to go with my inner gut, and that would be Vlad. Okay,
that is a vote for Vlad. So, now, interesting scenario. DM has 1 vote, Vlad has 1 vote. DM, you get to put your thoughts into here. You could...
Before that, can we play Russian roulette in 3 ways?
It shouldn't be necessary, just because the audience may be able to decide this. If not, then we have the dead to be able to split it. So, DM 1993, give us your thoughts. Who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, after his suspicious behaviour just then, I would go with Vlad.
That is a vote for Vlad. Vlad, you have 2 votes against you. DM, you have 1. We will go over to the comment section, and we've got a vote for someone called Rory. Don't understand what that means, but still. Maybe, it was meant to be Charlie. Okay, so that is a vote for Charlie. A vote for DM. Another vote for DM. A 3rd vote for DM. A vote for Vlad. A vote for DM. A vote for DM. A vote for Vlad. With that, DM, you do have the most votes against you, meaning that DM and Vlad each have 2 votes apiece. That means we will now come to the dead. Lorne, Cecily, Ella, and Debonair. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to discuss this amongst yourselves, and then we will ask for your votes. Begin. For clarity, you can only split the decision between Vlad and DM. 30 seconds, begin.
Well, I think I now go back to my original suspicion, and I do think it is Vlad.
I think it's
Hey, I have thought it was Vlad from the very beginning. I said it before. I still think it is him. He's a murderer. We know he is. Maybe he is both a Dracul and a werewolf.
Out of Vlad and DM, I think it's more likely to be Vlad.
I
disagree.
Who do you think it is in Cecily?
I think there's only 2 options, and if I disagree with you, then it's probably the other, right? DM. I think it's DM.
Okay, that is the end of this period of discussion. We will now come to the dead to split this decision. Lorne, who do you think it is?
Vlad.
Vlad. Between Vlad and DM, Cecily, who would you vote for?
DM.
DM, bringing it up still equal. Ella, who do you think it is, please?
I think it's Vlad.
You think it is Vlad. That means there is 4 votes for Vlad, 3 for DM 1993. Debonair, do you think it is DM or Vlad?
I told you before, I think it is Vlad. I also think that we have been pronouncing DM wrong the entire time. I believe it is pronounced dumb.
Okay, with that means Vlad, you have been marked for death. Can I now ask between Charlie and DM someone to carry out the execution? Okay, Charlie, you got in there first. So, once again, we will go into the execution room. And here, Charlie, and here, Vlad, we will see you together. Now, Charlie, first of all, with me not forgetting this time, you will have the opportunity to get a bonus protection spell. I will roll this dice, and I will ask you to name odds or evens. If you guess correctly, then you will get a bonus protection spell. So, odds or evens?
Odds.
Unfortunately, it is a 4, so no bonus for you. Vlad, there will now be 30 seconds on the clock, and during this, you can try to convince Charlie not to kill you, or alternatively, you can call to grab one remaining axe, or protect yourself if you have a protection spell available. 30 seconds on the clock. Begin.
Well, what do I do? I mean, I cannot die anyway. I can try swinging an axe, but I don't want to kill you, but you do have known the fist of Dracula's death. I protect myself. Do I have it any?
You do not.
Alright then, grab the axe.
You're grabbing the axe. So now, Vlad, you will have a 1 in 8 chance of turning the axe back on your would-be assassin here, Charlie. I will ask you to name a number. I have an 8-sided dice here. If you get it correct, then you live.
5.
You have called 5. It is a 2. Charlie, please continue the execution, please. And with that, Vlad, you are now dead. And I will ask you, from beyond the grave, Vlad, Dracula, are you the werewolf?
That was pretty strong. Anyways, I am not you buffoons. I'm a vampire.
Not the werewolf. Not the werewolf. We are now in the situation. Everyone, there are 2 living people remaining. One of them is innocent, and they now know for certain the identity of the werewolf. The other one always knew the identity of the werewolf because they are the werewolf. So now, it comes down to all of you. The dead will once again have the ability to vote. There is no night phase. We are going to settle this here. So, with this, 1 minute on the clock, discuss. Figure out who you think the wolf is. Begin.
It's Charlie.
Charlie.
No, it's the DM. I messaged him. He knew I was not the werewolf, and he killed me anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's just stupid, Vlad.
You are the stupid idiot.
I honestly do now think it's Charlie because the night Charlie stole, nobody died, and yet the night that I stole, somebody did die.
No.
Yeah, Charlie's been too quiet, so I vote Charlie.
I'm just very peaceful, but you cannot hide forever.
It's always the quiet ones you've got to watch out for, though.
DM, you cannot hide behind.
I mean, listen, Charlie, I sent some Queen's Hope on that runway, and they were the silent ones. So, you got to be assassinated because you've been too quiet throughout this whole phase.
You all are just afraid of a powerful woman. This is definitely DM. Definitely.
Only way DM is not the werewolf if he did a strategical vote on me, because I voted for him, Charlie voted for me. The only way he could escape is to vote for me and turn the odds against me. But even said that, at first he did went to kill me, so it's 100% DM. If not, even still.
Okay,
Charlie killed me.
That is the end of this period of open discussion. With this, we will now be able to hear from the 2 remaining suspects. This will be your last opportunity to convince them that the other is the werewolf. So first of all, DM, the floor is yours. Speak to the people.
I will say what I said before. In the night that Charlie stole, no one died. I don't know whether that's because of a protection or anything, but the night I stole and did my questions only, someone did die. That is all I will say. Say
that with a straight face. Oh no, yes, you have help.
You can tell on my face right now, I am 100% serious. That's really all I have to say.
Okay, and that is the end of your floor, the floor being yours. Charlie, the floor is now yours. Speak to the people, convince them.
I understand we all do what we need to do for survival, but I'm a peace-seeking sensei, I only advocate fighting in defense, and I only advocate resolution without fighting when we can avoid that. So I don't kill. I can't kill.
You just killed.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that,
You kill the unkillable.
yes, yeah, absolutely, that is a very good point. You were the executioner just now. But with this, audience, it is voting time. Who do you think is the werewolf? Put your votes into the comments section now. With this, we will go round. Vlad, from Beyond the Grave, who do you think is the werewolf?
It's that helmet head. He knew I was not the werewolf, but he killed me anyway.
Okay, that is a vote for DM 1993. Cecily.
But Charlie is laughing with a devilish smile, so... But anyways, I'll enjoy it.
Cecily, who do you think is the werewolf, please?
I mean, Charlie did just clamor to kill voluntarily, but I still think it's DM.
That is a vote for DM. Lawn mowers, who do you suspect, please?
Listening to their words, which were very carefully chosen, I think it is Charlie.
That is a vote for Charlie. Ella, who do you suspect, please?
I feel like DM's story was very consistent, and that he did make DM made a great point when DM stole, and the question was only no one stole, but Charlie contradicted her story, saying that she didn't kill, but she just killed Vlad. And also, if you turn to like Zen or whatever, you tend to like murder people in the first place. So my vote goes to Charlie.
Wait, if you go to Zen, you murder people?
In the past.
Okay. So your vote is for Charlie.
Yeah.
Interesting scenario. 2 votes apiece. DM and Charlie each have 2. Debonair, we will come to you. You could potentially settle this, but we will then go to the audience afterwards.
To believe DM's story about how he could not kill, and he could not steal in the same night. You could only do one. So I have to go with Charlie. It is logical.
That is a vote for Charlie. So now we will go to the audience. And with this, let's have a look what we've got. We have votes for DM. DM. Charlie. DM. It's gotta be Charlie, says Sleppy Giuseppe. Vlad Charlie, it says. I don't think that's quite right, but I'm going to interpret that as being Charlie. Charlie. DM. Have you been counting this, guys? Because I have not.
I think Charlie's got more votes.
Well, I need to be certain. Sorry, count these as well. We'll go over them again. We'll go over them again, and here we go. DM, 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 Charlie, DM, Charlie, Vlad Charlie, Charlie, DM, Charlie. Where are we up to there?
5 each.
Oh, shit. Well, I guess it is coming to what we all fear the most. We will settle this with Russian roulette. So once again, I will show you here. I have these cards. Amongst the pack, you will see there is a joker. You do not want to be the one that pulls the joker out. So, DM 1993, as your name is listed first on the list of suspects, before Charlie's name, you will get to choose the first card. Here you will see 8 cards. I will shuffle them up. And with this, please give me a number from 1 to 8.
2.
1, 2. Click. You were safe. It was a blank round. Charlie, a number from 1 to 7 now, please.
7.
Bang! And with that, Charlie, you have shot yourself. And with that, Charlie, you are dead. So we must ask you, from beyond the grave, were you the werewolf?
Yes.
Yes, in fact, Charlie was the werewolf. And with that, Charlie, you are now dead. And DM 1993.
I'm coming to clean my room. Never ever trust a quiet person. The wolf lives within all of us.
This is true.
That.
And what a thing we've learned there. Because, of course, Charlie, even though dead at the end, taken by our own hands, does this rob everyone else of their revenge? Or was it a sweet ending? But who knows? With this, we will go around everyone. Audience, put any final thoughts you've got into the comment section here. But let's find out where we can find everyone on social media. Starting with Debonair. Where can the people find you, DB?
I am doing a show with you in another half an hour on the Improv at its best. We will be doing that shortly. I look forward to that. I also do a show called Welcome Back to America. And I'm not really French.
No surprise there.
Wow, big surprise. Okay, where can we find you, Ella Viday? Where can we find you, Johnny?
Big reveal. You can find me doing improv in Southend, like Ashley Edwards, James Day, and Dave Green, and me and James are doing Acapella, which is acapella improv. Imagine Pitch Perfect, but improv style. I am doing the bonus show with David, who spent all Friday with me. He's got to put up with me. If you type in Johnny Cayley in any form of social media, give me a like and a follow, because I post stuff on my Facebook, and that's where I probably keep you most up to date by David's book, and I think that's it.
Okay, where can we find you, Cecily? Kristen, where can the people find you?
My real name is Kristen Drenning. Other than that, I have a Facebook. I don't have anything else.
Fantastic, fabulous. Where can we find you, Vlad? Where can we find you, Capelthave?
Well, yes, that is it. Do not trust a quiet person, but also, it's always fun to kill your enemies as well. So that's, you can't blame me, and I'm more not dead. And you can follow the Capelthave fellow on the Swanties, where he sings, he dances, he throws himself in a bucket, and he also works with a puppet.
Okay, fabulous stuff. Next up, where can we find you, Stephen?
Hello. You can find me. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Stephen Rankin. You can find my improv stuff that I do with two other fantastic people at OTF Improv, which stands for On the Fly. Woo. And we'll be doing stuff again, hopefully, really soon. And my reveal is I'm not actually Scottish. I am French. Oh,
okay. Ruth, where can we?
Yeah, I've looked at that. I'm not white.
Okay, Ruth, where can the people find you, our werewolf this week?
You can find me on Xstreamed Improv, on the Improv Xstreamed shows, sometimes on Geek. My name is spelled OrosHnik, first name Ruth. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram, where I sometimes post links, but otherwise right here.
Okay, fantastic. And our sole survivor this week, where can we find you? DM1993, aka David.
Hello. So you can find me on my Instagram at Dark Nocturnus and my YouTube Dave MC, where I do fan fictions, gaming videos, and just be a general nuisance to everybody. Or you can follow this little guy, Nerty Blueberry, on his Instagram, and he sometimes appears on this show as well, like I do.
Okay, fantastic. Very quickly for myself, my name is David Postansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky, spelled Pustansky. I cannot point to the web address, but do go to www.xstreamed.tv, where you'll be able to find hundreds and hundreds of past episodes of Revenge of the Werewolf Ripper, and of course Werewolf Mafia, where you can find all of the episodes of Extreme Improv Xstreamed and everything else. Tons of articles about a range of pop culture subjects, loads of podcasts, and lots of other cool things coming soon. But make sure you smash the subscribe button to youtube.com/Extreme Improv. This has been the 1 year Revengeversary, and hence we are back with the Werewolf tonight. So let's have a quick look at the comments section. Yes, Russian roulette, says Sleppy Giuseppe. Always the perfect way to end the show. Sleppy also says, congrats, DM 1993. Werewolf is the best. F the Ripper, says Wesker's Report. Fantastic. Love it. Well, okay, so werewolves, we'll have more werewolves again. But I like the Ripper as well. But with this, from me, from everyone else, there will be a bonus Extreme Improv Extreme show in about half an hour's time. But stay safe, always stay extremed, and watch out for werewolves. Ciao for now, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, guys, and we are now officially off the air.